Alright, let's be real for a second. If you've never heard of Telegram, where have you been? It's that little blue plane icon on millions of phones, carrying encrypted messages, and, well, a lot more than you might expect. But what if I told you this app wasn't always on the radar of governments and criminal organizations? Its founder, Pavel Durov, is one of the most intriguing individuals of our time. He's been arrested in France and could be looking at a 20-year prison sentence. Charges, money laundering, fraud, terrorism involvement, the list goes on. What if I told you it started with a dream, 2 brothers, and a fight for freedom? Buckle up, because today we're uncovering the epic journey of Telegram, from revolutionary ideals to global controversy, and of course, where it might be headed next.
Let's fucking move, let's go!
Our story begins with Pavel Durov, a man often called Russia's version of Mark Zuckerberg, minus the whole turning into a robot thing. In 2006, fresh out of university, Pavel was already turning heads with his coding skill. And we're not talking about basic HTML websites here. He was the mastermind behind VK, the Russian equivalent of Facebook. Pretty impressive, right? A social media platform that spread faster than you could say data privacy. Yeah, VK, that was Pavel's first baby. It grew into Russia's largest social media platform, and with it, Pavel rose to fame. But things weren't always sunshine and coding. In 2011, everything changed. As protests erupted across Russia, the government came knocking at Pavel's door, demanding personal data on VKontakte users involved in the uprising. Spoiler alert, Pavel wasn't having any of it. Like a rebellious coder out of a Hollywood flick, Pavel refused. And that decision set the stage for the next chapter in his life. Chapter that would see him fight for privacy and eventually leave Russia behind. Now, when you get exiled from your own country for standing up to the government, there are 2 things you can do. 1, you could lay low, sip cocktails on a beach, and keep a low profile. Or 2, you could build an encrypted messaging app and take on the entire world. Guess which option the Durov brothers chose? Enter Telegram. The year was 2013, and Pavel, along with his genius brother Nikolai, launched what would soon become a symbol of freedom and privacy for millions worldwide. Telegram wasn't just another messaging app. It had secret chats, end-to-end encryption, self-destructing messages. It was like James Bond-level stuff. All of this in the palm of your hand. I mean, who doesn't like the idea of a message blowing up after it's read? You send a meme, boom, it's gone. No embarrassing screenshots to worry about. As Telegram grew, it quickly attracted all kinds of users. Privacy advocates, journalists, activists, and, well, some less savory characters too. See, Pavel always had one goal in mind: complete freedom of speech. No ads, no trackers, no government interference. And man, did people love it. Telegram became the go-to app for those who didn't want Big Brother looking over their shoulder. No algorithms, no unnecessary censorship, just pure, unfiltered communication. It was basically the Wild West of messaging.
I'm playing Wild Wild West!
But like any tool meant for good, Telegram soon found itself in murky waters. Its encrypted features, designed to protect freedom, began attracting darker elements. We're talking terrorists, drug cartels, and even extremists.
Mr. Karam.
Yes.
What's the purpose of your trip?
Terrorist!
What?
He is terrorist! He is very big terrorist!
Cancelled! Out!
شو تيروريست؟
تيرورست يعني سياحة!
توريست يا الله لا وفقك.
شو قلت أنا؟
And here's where things start getting complicated. By 2015, Telegram was making headlines for all the wrong reason. Governments were furious, accusing the platform of harboring criminals and terrorists. And this wasn't just a case of, oops, my bad. No, this was international scandal level. Countries like Russia, Iran, and China didn't take too kindly to an app they couldn't control. In 2018, Russia straight up banned Telegram, despite the fact that millions of Russians were using it to communicate. It was like trying to ban Wi-Fi. The outrage was real. And the irony? Even Russian government officials were secretly using Telegram because, well, it was just that good at keeping things under wraps. I mean, talk about biting the hand that feeds you. While governments were trying to shut Telegram down, Pavel was busy throwing shade at big tech giants. He criticized companies like Facebook and WhatsApp for their invasive data policies and lack of security. For Pavel, this wasn't just about making money. It was about standing up to the monopolies and offering an alternative. Privacy wasn't just a feature. It was a fundamental right, and Pavel wasn't going to compromise, even if it meant Telegram would never see a cent in ad revenue. Bold move, right? But here's the thing. Privacy is a double-edged sword. By 2020, Telegram had over 400 million active users. And while many were just regular folks like you and me, some users were, well, not so innocent. Telegram became a haven for illegal activity, drug deals, human trafficking, you name it. Terrorist groups like ISIS have been using the platform to recruit, plan attacks, and even raise funds. In fact, ISIS reportedly circulated posters in 2015, recommending Telegram as a secure channel for their operations. That's right, ISIS itself deemed Telegram as their go-to app for communication. In some Telegram groups, you can find training material on how to carry out terror attacks, from poisonings to bomb making. This isn't hypothetical. Real attacks have been linked to the app. Paris attacks in 2015, which resulted in 130 deaths, were planned using Telegram. In Indonesia, a terror cell was found to have shared bomb-making videos on the app. The examples are staggering, but sadly, they don't stop at terrorism. If terrorism isn't bad enough, Telegram has also become a hub for child exploitation. In 2023 alone, 2,193 groups were banned for sharing child pornography. There's also evidence that human trafficking is rampant on the platform. Horrific examples exist where individuals are openly traded, and then there's drug trafficking. Telegram has reportedly been used to operate drug rings, where entire menus of illicit substances from cocaine to LSD are distributed through encrypted chats and bots. So now we're at a crossroads. Telegram was built on the principles of privacy and freedom, but with great power comes great responsibility.
With great power comes the absolute certainty that you'll turn into a right cunt.
What?
For many, Telegram is a vital educational tool. With its ability to share large files and host massive groups, the app has become a resource for students. Free educational materials, coaching notes, and even textbooks are shared widely on Telegram, helping millions of students. To many, banning Telegram is like taking away a valuable learning tool. But is that enough of a reason to overlook the serious crimes happening on the platform? As the pressure mounted, Pavel faced an impossible choice: protect users' rights or compromise to help governments crack down on criminal activity. And like any great story, there's no easy answer. How do you protect privacy without opening the door to chaos? As of today, Telegram's future is still being written. Pavel continues to stand by his vision of a platform that respects freedom of speech. But with ever-growing scrutiny from governments worldwide, the road ahead is uncertain. From blockchain integrations to new features like anonymous login and self-hosting servers, Pavel and his team are working on ways to keep Telegram relevant and secure. The question remains, can they maintain the balance between privacy and safety? Or will they be forced to compromise the very principles they were founded on? Only time will tell. And that's the story of Telegram, an app built on ideals of freedom, now at the center of a global debate. What do you think? Is there a way to protect privacy without fueling the dark side? Let me know in the comments.
This is Elon Musk, Tesla's co-founder and CEO. Elon is an inventor and a maverick entrepreneur, one of America's youngest billionaires.